Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, March 4th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am always looking for where spirit is guiding me with signs and symbols. And we really want to be paying attention to those. This astro energy is really definitely a very interesting combination. So we had Mars just shift into Gemini, which we're going to dig into. We have our third pass of Mercury and Jupiter today, which is really potent. And we have the lunar shift into Sagittarius to support this. All of these connections are very uplifting. So this is really some good astro energy to utilize. Now, it's not to say that there aren't some challenges. We've always got that going on. In fact, even Mars at 0 degrees can feel a little challenging because it can kind of take us out. It can kind of dim the energy. But get ready because once Mars starts getting going in Gemini, it could be so many images in my head. Oh my goodness. Like that. It could be action flurry. When I was saying that in my head, images of like flurries coming down, but also a McFlurry came up. That is Mars in Gemini. Our thoughts are being very stimulated. Now let's actually start with the Mercury-Jupiter energy because we want to direct our thoughts for this. In fact, let me just look at my cards. I haven't even looked at the cards yet. Okay, see what we got going on here. Actually, this is perfect. Right at the top, the existence card. This in traditional tarot is the Magician card, and it is a card of creating your own magic, realizing the creator that you are, and we create through the vision, through feeling the vision, through aligning the vision, through matching the vibration of the vision. And so, as we have Mercury and Jupiter once again coming together, Jupiter being like, what is your wish? What is your order for the universe? And Mercury being like, okay, I'm ready to align, I'm ready to envision it. We really do want to hold and utilize that energy. I also love that this connection of Mercury and Jupiter is happening at 17 degrees. That's 8 energy. And 8 energy is an energy of personal responsibility. Even if we break it down a little bit, 1 energy is like heart connection and ready to act on that heart connection energy. And then 7 is that divine. So here we have the heart, we have the divine, and then we are making it our personal responsibility that we are responding in a way to our vision that is aligned. And that goes hand in hand, my feeling is, with Mars and Gemini energy. Mars is action, it's motivation, it's passion, it's aggression. It can represent our desires. And while it's in the sign of Gemini, we have action very closely connected to our mind. So we really want to find that alignment so that we're not acting from stinking thinking, and we're not acting from impulsive mental thoughts, that we're really acting and aligning with the highest mind, with the magician, with consciousness, very conscious actions. That being said, Mars in Gemini, it can stir up the brilliant in us. I saw today like a list of various authors and great speakers, Martin Luther King Jr. for one, that had Mars in Gemini. So a lot of really great thinkers have had this. And yet, Mars in Gemini, I feel like if I look deeper, we could probably find people who are on like Jackass, for instance, who also have that placement. Like, oh, this is a great idea. I'm going to do this thing. So we really want to be very aware. Gemini energy, the twins, the brilliant twin, and then the other twin who likes the toilet humor, which, let's be fair, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody likes a good fart joke for the most part. So just realize that. Also, this energy can increase our mental energy. So we just kind of had a nice little break from it as a lot of planets have moved out of Aquarius. Being that we still have high Aquarius energy, and now this, our mental energy may peak a little bit. What is also very interesting And I love this aligned with the date. So the date, March 4th. It's like, we're going forward, don't look back, you're not going that way. That kind of energy is like March 4th, right? Forward, hut, right? Mars in Gemini. Mars is actually going to be aligning with the North Node later in the month. We also have the node squaring Pisces right now. And this is such a good, like, wow, mind-blowing thing that we have, this square with the sun in Pisces squaring the nodes, and yet we have Mars coming to meet that North Node energy. And so, Pisces, like I've said, can bring up past stuff. It brings stuff up really for healing, So if stuff is coming up, there's a reason. But I also think it's like maybe not a call, not a time to go digging deeper, unless you're in deep 4th house energy. In that case, dig away, or 12th house. But rather, what is showing up in your vision, in your energy, in your life, in your experience, as you are marching forth, as you are moving forward, as you are engaging your vision, as you are making the evolutionary changes that are up for you right now. That's all part of the astro. As you are doing that, what is showing up for you? Applying healing. I love this. Mind, heart, energy, connecting. Applying that to that, but not feeling the need to turn around and look behind you again. Don't look back, you're not going that way. I'm really feeling that with Pisces square the nodes, but being super conscientious, super aware of the steps that you are taking, the actions that you are taking in this energy. Now you may find, as you're being conscious, oh my goodness, here's a pattern that I have perpetuated again and again and again and again and again and again, swirling the incense, right? This is a beautiful time to be able to break from that, again, through conscientiousness, awareness of your actions, awareness of the changes that you are purposely making in your life at this time. It is such potent astro for that, but it's definitely going to take the mindfulness, the awarenessness, really settling into the body and not getting too stirred up in the mind minutia. The mind minutia is definitely going to be really present for us. Now, the third piece of all of this is the moon shifting into Sagittarius. So, before the moon shifts into Sagittarius, we have one more connection with Pisces early in the morning, with the Scorpio moon. One more Scorpio moon connection with Pluto, actually. So this is also a beautiful day for transformation. So that's setting the stage, empower yourself. So if you find a repeat pattern coming up, what would an empowered you do? How can you make this change? Noticing that, that is setting the stage, that last connection. And then we have void moon. So maybe, again, between void moon, Mercury at 0 degrees, the astro energy, you may not feel like getting up, moving forward, charging forward. However, you can work with the mental energy so well in this, especially if you are feeling dull. So notice how you wake up. Notice the thoughts when you wake up. Notice when you are feeling idle or sitting drinking your tea or your coffee. Where are your thoughts going? And where can you make these shifts that are being called for in this astro energy? With the moon shifting into Sagittarius, 2:43 p.m. Pacific time, we then, Sagittarius encourages us to be the optimist or the awesomist even, to connect to the good, to take aim with the good. Sagittarius, as the archer, always gives us an option where we are going to aim our arrow. See it right here. Are you aiming up or are you aiming back into the fray? So really, again, awareness of what you're doing with these energies, because that Mercury-Jupiter energy has so much for us. And even if you get pulled into the muck, pulled into the deep, pulled into the places that need healing, we got some of that going on today. So there may be some of that. Even if we find ourselves there, we have an opportunity to break that conditioning. Here we have that conditioning card in reverse. So we can break through those old chains. We have magician energy, magic mental energy helping us shift this, bringing healing to the mind, especially as we connect to the heart. So this energy is so amazing. I also love that the first connection Mars is making, once being in the sign of Gemini, is actually with the moon in Sagittarius. So again, it's like, stay high-minded. Remember the lessons from Taurus. Stay aligned with your higher sense of values in this. But again, you can shift and keep raising that energy. So I think we'll leave this here for now. I'm sure we'll dig in deeper, but definitely some potent energy. That being said, you can always book a reading with me if you would like to dig deeper into your personal chart. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com for that. Besides that, the better gets, the better gets. Let's talk about high-minded. Better gets, the better gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power to make these changes. And Mars and the North Node in Gemini encourage you to stay curious. Namaste.